activities. Biba! KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Cars Plus reminds you to put your phone down while driving. Distractions won't get you there. Heads Up Guam, IP&E, Fueling Excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And steaks, ribs, seafood, and our famous fresh garden bar. Ruby Tuesday. Good times you can taste.
Right now on Prime Time, Micronesian students at UOG are taking the initiative in the wake of this week's machete attack, promoting a message of hope, not hate. Plus $50,000 cash bail is set for one of the men arrested in the Mangilao attack. And also tonight, a War Claims Commission has been established to fast-track payments to survivors. Good evening and Hafaday if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, or KUM TV8. We're glad you tuned in tonight. I'm Jason Salas, and these are tonight's top stories. Well, the recent rash of violent crimes throughout our island this week, many of which involve members of the freely associated states, have been met with a backlash, especially on social media. And the unfortunate targets of this angst is the FSF community in general, including those who aren't on the wrong side of the law. So tonight, we're going to give you a look at this section of our island family who wants to help stop the violence and be part of the change for their community. Sabrina Salas-Matinani has our lead story.
They can't judge a group of people just by the actions of one person.
I think that's the sad reality of a lot of things. When one person does something bad, that's what everybody remembers. They don't take into the account what the whole group does good.
Parbika Rengelbai is from the Republic of Palau. She is an undergrad student at the University of Guam, majoring in public administration, while MC Johnson, who is from Pohnpei, is a graduate student working on a master's degree in community counseling. Since the Mangilao machete attack, social media has been filled with hundreds of hateful comments, not just about the two men that were arrested, but also targeting all members of the freely associated states.
It's not like the whole Palauans are like that, the whole Chukis are like that, but it's like the single person who makes the group look bad.
We come here to get educated so that we can change that trend. We can change the way people look at, other people look at us.
Rengelbai and Johnson are working hard at getting an education to make a better life for themselves, their families, and to make a difference.
So after I get my degree, I want to work here and save up, and then when I return home, I try to help, give what I can to my family, support them, the ones who can't support themselves, and then try to work with our community and expand to helping the government agencies and the non-organization parts of our islands.
After I get my master's degree, I want to pursue, I want to try to get a license in professional counseling. So I want to be a licensed professional counselor, so it's going to take me a few years after I graduate. It also gives me the time to try to reach out to other people from the FSM, from the Republic of Palau, and from the Marshall Islands and all the other FAS countries, so that we can, so that I can help, at least help be a change agent or be some sort of an impact to my community here.
They've seen the recent headlines and comments and have experienced the hate themselves, and it's all the more reason they're focusing on getting an education.
Some people who see me as Palauans and know that other Palauans have committed crimes and some other bad incidents, they would look as oh, she's a Palauan, she must be one of those people who keep breaking the laws and stealing and stuff. But once they get to know someone, then that feeling is gone. Oh no, there are some Palauans who are really nice and help each other, but there are some who were raised on the wrong side. That's why they have a bad attitude and are dangerous.
Some people, they try to avoid me because of they just look at me and, oh, this guy is from the FSM. He's probably Chukis and all that. Look at his gold teeth. And then there are those kind of, maybe they don't think it's being racist the way they compliment me, but in a way, when you think about it, it kind of sounds weird. That, oh, you're a student at UOG. You seem smarter than these other people from the FSM that I know. Those kind of comments, and well, racism happens everywhere you go, and People just need to you just need to learn to understand the individual instead of just basing him off of what they see on the media and what they read on Facebook and all that.
Instead of spreading hate, they're sharing hope.
To all the kids out there who are struggling, always reach out. It's never too late. You can always find better opportunities than just sticking in your hole. So if you reach out, you guys can find better opportunities that you guys wouldn't know you guys were able to get, instead of finding easy ways out.
Just stop dreaming, keep on going. Even if you fall, even if you trip and fall, there are only two things you can do. You can either just stay down there and lie down playing dead, or you can get back up and just keep going. And also education is key to opening many doors in life.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Sabrina Salas, Matsunani.
While facing charges of attempted murder, $50,000 cash bail has been set for Emmanuel Resalap. He was also remanded to DOC with a preliminary hearing scheduled for the 14th. Now, Resalap, who is a U.S. citizen and on pretrial release for a separate criminal case, was arrested for Tuesday's machete attack in Mingilao, along with his brother Jordan Ratchulap. In other news tonight, 24-year-old Marlene Eweli has officially been charged with vehicular homicide as a second-degree felony. The indictment was handed down earlier this week as Eweli was arrested last month for the death of a 4-year-old. She was driving along Manga Road in Derido when she fatally struck the young boy. Units from the Guam Fire Department responded to a report of a drowning at the beach behind Pacific Star Hotel, in Tuman. GFD's Kevin Riley says just after 3 p.m., a man in his late 30s to 40s was pulled from the water by bystanders. CPR was performed at the scene and on the way to GMH. His condition is unknown at this time. Well, do you know who this is? Guam Crime Stoppers is asking the community for help in tracking him down. In March, a complaint of fraud was filed with the individual in the video being classified as a person of interest. He's caught on video using a Bank Pacific ATM at a local retail store, and should you have any information about him, please call Guam Crime Stoppers. Their number is always 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. In other crime news, an unscrupulous customer who apparently did not want to obtain luxury merchandise the traditional way was caught in the act in the heart of the island's tourism capital. And with the incident caught on video, a local business needs your help to catch the perpetrators and get their goods back. A man was wandering around the Marc Jacobs boutique store in the plaza Thursday afternoon, and while the clerk was helping another customer on the showroom floor, the man pocketed several wallets valued at around $570. Unfortunately for the shoplifter, the entire sequence was recorded on the store's HD surveillance cameras, with still shots clearly capturing his face. He appeared to be wearing a Philadelphia Phillies baseball cap. The company is also asking for the community's input to identify the man. Once again, the number to call is Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. In other island news tonight, as Guam prepares to celebrate our 75th anniversary of the liberation of Guam, the governor announced plans for a local war claims commission to fast-track war payments to remaining survivors. That money was made available by a new law just signed by President Trump that contains a special Medicaid provision for Guam. Nesh Lacanto has more in our next report.
The decision to pay local war claims, says the governor, started with the windfall we got with a waiver of Affordable Care Act matching funds.
So we are not now sharing these Medicaid ACA funds that is expected to expire in September of 2019. Which means we'll be able to access about 47 million balance of that fund without having to do any cost share.
The governor says she and several lawmakers have been talking about ways to get the long-delayed money to the Manamco.
I am using local funds to pay off the survivors for something that they so very rightfully deserve.
Speaker Tina Muñoz Barnes is working on a bill to create a local commission and payment procedures, which she intends to fast-track. The idea is to use the work of the Federal War Claims Commission to identify payments only for survivors for now. Descendants will be paid from the War Claims Fund that is set aside from annual Section 30 money. That's the taxes collected from federal workers that's rebated back to Gov Guam.
The law says that anything over $68 million goes to the War Claims fund. And I think there's already like a $6 million fund balance there. So that process is going to continue on.
But GovGuam has not been able to tap into that money because of a glitch in the enabling law authored by former Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo. But GovGuam continues to push for a legislative fix through Congressman Michael San Nicolas and an administrative remedy through the Treasury Department. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
All right, Nestor, thanks so much. In other news tonight, calling it long overdue, Adelup has announced the release of about $1.5 million in past overtime payments for nearly 50 police and corrections officers. The compensation follows lawsuits filed by GPD and DOC that successfully challenged how OT is calculated. Once again, here's Nestor.
The governor's office released a statement saying police and corrections officers deserve to be made whole for the work they put in many years ago. It was customs officers, though, who first challenged the local government policy. Law enforcement personnel are typically scheduled for 43-hour work weeks, and under GovGuam policy, overtime wasn't calculated until after the 43 hours, unlike the 40 hours as set by the Federal Minimum Wage and Hour Act. The Guam Supreme Court ruled in favor of the CQA officers in 2010, and they've since been paid. The GPD and DOC officers then filed similar legal action, which they also won, but haven't received the back pay until now. Governor Leon Guerrero credits her fiscal discipline team for finding the money. Police Chief Steve Ignacio.
Of course, when people have been waiting many years to be compensated, and that the day finally comes, of course, there's always a big smile on their face. And, of course, it helps with, boost their confidence in the government and the governor and their leaders. They're going to make right the wrongs that need to be corrected.
In a statement, DOC Director Samantha Brennan also thanked corrections officers for their commitment. Since the 2010 Supreme Court ruling, local statute has been amended to mirror the federal law. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
All right, before we go to break, I have some good news to pass along to you, as our friends at Revan Tax and DOA will mail over 1,600 tax refunds, totaling approximately $6 million on Monday. This is to include refunds garnished to repay government debts for error-free tax returns filed on or before February 1st of this year. Once again, $6 million, about 1,600 tax returns in all going out on Monday for February 1st error-free tax returns. Well, please stay tuned. We are back with more right after this.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
We value relationships because when we commit,
I love you guys until you're 80, until you're 90, until you're 100, forever.
We are in it for the long run, so you can enjoy the moments that matter. Because when we commit to relationships, we never stop caring. Calvo's Select Care, health care that is always there for you.
The next generation Galaxy has arrived. See it and believe it. The Infinity O display is the most innovative Galaxy screen yet. Capture the wider world. Take stunning photos with a 123-degree field of vision. Use your phone to charge other wireless charging devices. Don't just stand out, stand apart.
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
Welcome back to Prime Time. The Liberation Carnival officially opens to the public on Sunday and also signifies the return of casino gambling. With more now on how the Department of Revenue and Taxation plans to keep operations in check is our Julia Santos.
got to be 21 years old to play the games, of chance that is, and if anyone under the age is caught inside the house of cards, these are the consequences. $1,000 for the first offense, $5,000 for the second offense, and game over for a third offense with an additional 5-year ban on participating in any bids for the carnival. Any and all revenues derived from penalties will be appropriated to the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center. Violations on maintenance or not returning the locations to pre-carnival conditions will result in the loss of their deposit, which is $5,000 for House of Cards and $1,000 for all other games of chance vendors. The deposits for food court and rides, carnival games, and miscellaneous vendors are $500, $200, and $100 respectively. According to DRT Director Daphne Manspit-Shimzu, her staff has taken measures to prepare.
What we're doing with regards to enforcement, actually internally, we've already had our own meetings. Our compliance supervisor held a little bit of a workshop, and that's in preparation for this. I'm not familiar with what the process was in the past, but we're excited about helping. We're excited about being there.
But how will the violations be monitored and enforced? Rev and Tax will have 2 compliance officers present at all times during the House's hours of operations with unfettered access to all areas of operation. Additionally, daily cash control sheet reports on the amount of monies at the start and finish of operations must be submitted by the vendors to DRT compliance officers. Failure to do so will result in suspension of operations until the default is corrected. A second violation brings down the House of Cards without reimbursement of fees and a 5-year ban on the bidding process. Other measures in place to reduce incentive for foul play include the prohibition of electronic bingo minding devices or machines that display electronic bingo cards. Approved official gaming chips can be used, which can only be purchased inside the House of Cards. A 60-day timeline for DRT to submit their final report on revenues generated from carnival activities, and an audit of the Mayor's Council of Guam by the OPA. One interesting note about the rules and regs for the House of Cards is that despite the age requirement being 21, a legal adult or 18-year-old can apply for and be approved for the business license. According to the Mayor's Council of Guam, the carnival starts officially this Sunday at 12 p.m. and the opening ceremony is at 6 p.m. For Guam's News Network, I'm Julius Santos.
Well, there has been another complaint of child clergy sex abuse filed in federal court, as the latest one comes from an individual identified only as GGG. That person alleges that he was first sexually molested while serving as an altar boy at the Totu Parish, attending San Vicente School, by now-deceased Deacon Anthony Perez. GGG also alleges while later living in Malolo with relatives, he would help out at the San Isidro Church. It was there, he says, where Father Luis Antonelli would sexually abuse him. The alleged abuse occurred in the 1970s. Elsewhere on island today, GFD did respond to a possible trash fire near Paradise Fitness and behind Town Market over in Dedido. GFD says the fire reportedly broke out just before noontime, but was quickly contained by units from Estumbo and Dedido. They say there were no injuries and it did not pose a threat to any of the surrounding homes. Well, a Guam visa waiver for Philippine citizens may be closer than ever to becoming reality. So says Adelup Senior Advisor Carl Gutierrez, who says for the first time, the top 2 leaders of the Philippines and Guam, President Rodrigo Duterte and Guam Governor Luliang Guerrero, will join forces to convince the federal government to approve a Guam visa waiver for Filipinos.
The goal here is for Governor Luliang Guerrero to travel with President Duterte to go to Washington, D.C. and press the issue. But now, at 38 to 40% of the Metro Manila area being in middle income to high income, they have monies, they have jobs. They're not going to overstay here. They have jobs to go back to. So that's the new dynamics of why it behooves the United States to include the Philippines.
Gutierrez, himself a former Guam chief executive, says he's been met several times with high-ranking Duterte officials, including the executive secretary and acting president, who will collaborate with Adelup to lobby in Washington. Gutierrez says the visa waiver for Filipinos would be a huge tourism boost.
Philippine Airlines, United, and Cebu Pacific should start thinking about what kind of aircraft to be flying here if that. So I say maybe 100,000 the first year. We'll get on that plane and come here. Can you imagine that? And they have more money than those coming out of China right now, or even some parts of Korea.
Arrivals from the Philippines have averaged about 25,000 a year, with Gutierrez also drumming up support with the Philippine people through media coverage in that country, appearing in front-page stories and the top 2 newspapers. Well, effective July 5th, in other news, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service will close its field office in Manila. The office has already stopped applications and petitions, with the U.S. Embassy there will assume responsibility for certain limited services that were provided by the USCIS to individuals living in the Philippines. For more information, check out the USCIS on the World Wide Web. During a special meeting last night, the Guam Education Board voted to nominate colleague Ron McNinch to the National Association of State Boards of Education. Here's GEB Chairperson Mark Mendiola.
When you're dealing with, national level education policies, whether dealing with charter schools, dealing with safe school campuses, curriculum, how do we deal with state legislators, how do we get federal funding, this is the type of organization that this organization allows us to get intermingled with that type of environment.
McNinch's nomination vote was unanimous. Congratulations to Ron. Elsewhere tonight, the Guam Army National Guard and the Guam Fire Department will conduct medevac training during the evening hours starting this weekend. So if you happen to live near South Finnegadson or the Radio Barrigada area, please don't be alarmed if you happen to hear noise from helicopters, see some sort of military activity, or you hear sirens or warning sounds. The training, you should know, is to enhance the capabilities and readiness of the Guard alongside local and federal agencies in the event that medical transports are required to respond. Training in South Finnegadson has been scheduled for Saturday, while Radio Barrigada's training goes on Sunday, both between 6 in the evening until 11 p.m. Well, tonight we are kicking off our annual Head of the Class segment where we recognize the top students from some of the island's many schools. And tonight we feature the valedictorian and salutatorian from the Friars of Father Duenas Memorial School.
Hafa, my name is Matthias Calvo and I'm the valedictorian of the Father Duenas Memorial School class of 2019. And this fall I'll be attending Dartmouth College. My highlights of high school would have to be Songfest, and because we built a bond as a class, and also in sports, wrestling and rugby, because we did well in the 4 years, and I also got to build bonds and memories with people that I normally wouldn't have been very close with, like underclassmen or others. I have to say Mr. Ishmael Perez, Mr. Samuel Perez, Mrs. Manzanonia, Mr. Tony Blas. They all really helped me out, not only in school but outside of school, to try and be a better person, a better man. I'm still undecided in my major, but I'm going to Dartmouth College and I'm going to play rugby there while I'm going to school. Shout out to my mom and dad. They always supported me in everything I do, and also my brothers, because they taught me so much on the wrestling mat and at home, and they just all helped to shape me into the person I am today.
Hafa, my name is Adrian Edisada. I am the class salutatorian of Father Duenas Memorial School, and I plan on attending the University of Guam this fall semester. Some of my highlights include being in NJROTC, being an academic challenge bowl champion, and being in cross country for 4 years. Some of my future plans is to continue hopefully to get my nursing degree and eventually get into the U.S. Air Force after I graduate. I'd like to thank, most and foremost, my family, especially my mom and dad, who has been there through my tough times when I feel like I'm getting nowhere and I want to give up. They always push me to see the brighter side in things, that everything will be okay.
Hi, Matthias Calvo and Adrian Ejusada. I'm Lawrence Camacho, the Dean of Enrollment Management and Student Success at the University of Guam. And so, on behalf of our university and its leadership, we would like to congratulate you on your fine achievements.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And congratulations to the boys once again, the entire class of 2018. Well done, gentlemen. Please stay tuned. Sports is coming up next.
When it comes to power and performance, nothing compares to Dodge. And right now at Cars Plus in Mighty, you can save thousands on many Dodge vehicles in stock during our Dodge Performance Days. Like a new 2019 Grand Caravan SE, save $4,250, or save $6,150 on a new Durango SXT. Looking for more power? Take home a new Charger SXT Plus today for only $37,689, or save over $7 grand on a new Challenger GT. Get more power and performance at Cars Plus in Mighty during Dodge Performance Days. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Matson is in this community. We've been in this community for decades. We're gonna be in this community for decades to come. Things will get busy, things will get quiet, but we're gonna be here. We're your hometown carriers. And that matters to us.
Reliability is the core of our business. We take pride in ensuring that we arrive in Guam on time as scheduled.
It's our local employees who understand the market, who understand the business, and provide that hard work for you each and every day.
When we hold ourselves to high standards, our customers also hold us to high standards. We establish good business relationships that turn into friendships. That's why it's so important to be here and be trusted by your customers. We want you to trust Matson like your friend, like your family.
They say there are two kinds of people in this world. Those who find themselves and those who create themselves. Are you looking for purpose or deciding it for yourself? Will you plunge waiting for someone to catch you? Or will you jump and build your wings on the way down? Seek a path or carve a path. Wait for the future or build it. What is a school but a set of walls waiting for greatness? And who are you but someone destined to achieve it? Here, between the street and the jungle, against time and tide, we push and pull just like the currents. Our ocean of dreams will meet the odds ahead and rise above it all.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
We're here at Lorenzo Mingilao for our Athlete of the Week. Today we have Mia St. Nicholas, who plays basketball for the women's national basketball team.
Mia, congratulations on being Dial's Athlete of the Week. Who would you like to donate this check to?
I would like to donate this check to Special Olympics Guam.
Now, you recently signed your letter of intent to play basketball for Wenatchee Valley College in Washington State. What were some of those deciding factors for you choosing that specific college?
Well, of course, my family helped me out. We did the research, we looked at what they had to offer, and they were able to give me the opportunity to play at the next level, which is college basketball.
And what do you know about the college that you're going to be playing for as far as competition level or teams that you will be competing against?
They're currently in the NWAC division, and they play against teams in that division. There are, I believe, 8 states, and it's very competitive from what I hear, and I'm ready for it.
Graduating from Academy, what are going to be some of the memories that you're going to take with you as you finished up your high school playing career?
Of course, my freshman year, we won the championship with Cali Beneventi. We went undefeated, and also I'm going to remember our championship in the American School in Japan that we recently won in January.
And playing for the women's national basketball team, how has training been in preparation for the Pacific Games in Samoa?
It's been good. We've been really working hard to prepare for these games, and I'm excited for that as well.
And being one of the youngest players on the team, what do you think Guam as a team is going to have to do in order to be competitive out there at this year's games?
We just have to work hard and keep improving and growing because Guam does have a bright future.
All right, congratulations. Stay tuned to our next Dial Rent to Own Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by
Guam's national golf team is holding a fundraising golf tournament tomorrow at GICC to help with their trip to this year's Pacific Games in Samoa. Shotgun time for the tournament is scheduled for 1 in the afternoon. 76 Circle K has donated some hot dogs for the players. Special thanks to Bank of Guam, the National Golf Federation, GVB, Guam Hotel and Restaurant Association, Bank of Guam, and Sidelines Bar and Grill for their contributions. Any other businesses out there that want to help with the team can contact John Anthony Munya at 727-9374 or Daryl Poe at 971-1591.
So we are having a golf tournament to raise funds for the national team going to Samoa. And it's going to be in June 8. We're still accepting applications. You come there early. It's a 12 o'clock go. If you show up around 11 o'clock, and we can probably squeeze you in. So please come and help support Team Guam. The format's going to be an individual format, double priority, so you don't really have to shoot a low score. It's going to be blind holes. They'll get your handicap through that, and then entry fee is going to be $100. A lot of good prizes. We're offering round-trip tickets, TVs, you know, that sort of stuff for prizes.
Get Dad the perfect gift now. The Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus for as low as $38.50 per month when you join the Now program. Come in before Father's Day and receive a free JBL speaker and Galaxy earbuds. That's over $150 worth of free gifts on us. Happy Father's Day from Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
Check out Triple J's spectacular deals going on now during the hot summer savings event. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. Get into a Kia Sportage or Mazda CX-5 at only $21,995 or $168 per paycheck. The big boy truck, the Ford F-150, starting at $229 per paycheck, or the Honda Civic starting at only $166 per paycheck. Triple J says yes. Purchase your next vehicle online at triplejguam.com today. Triple J, customers first.
We would be absolutely crazy if we skipped tonight's birthday shout-out, so here you go. The party begins now. All right, everybody, here's some Friday birthdays for you. Happy birthday to Connor Jace Munoz. It is birthday number 6 for young Connor, so Mommy and Daddy both say they love you so very much. Happy birthday number 45, big 4-5 from Myra Cruz. Happy birthday to you from Malesu. Would love, your very, very happy and supportive family. And one of our very own here at KUAM, Mr. Andy Wheeler from I-94 FM. Happy birthday to you, good sir. We're very happy to have you a part of our family. Hope you had a great day. And we have a belated birthday wish to get to. Happy birthday number 10 to Eliza Pinheiro. Happy birthday to everyone out there. You know the deal, everybody. Everyone is welcome into the club. All you got to do is go to KUAM.com, hit the link at the top of the page, register, and then tune in. It is that simple, because you could possibly win a delicious, yummy, delectable Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake, because this week's winner picked completely at random is Gavin Mark Escura Machi, whose birthday was yesterday on June 6th. Gavin, we hope you and your family enjoy your special prize, and we hope you have an extended happy birthday. Please stay tuned. We got extra coming up right around the corner. We'll see you there.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Explore your world.
Hello and Hafa Day, everybody. I'm Jason Silas. Thank you so much for tuning in or streaming KUAM News Extra. For those of you joining us on YouTube or Facebook, a warm Hafa Day to you and your family. And if you're checking us out on KUAM TV8, we're glad you guys tuned in, because our first story is about World Oceans Day, and I have 3 amazing ladies. These are learned women. They're very, very smart. They're passionate about our islands. Our islands, our world, our planet. And I like Julie. We'll start with you.
Yeah.
With Julie, Jennifer,
Yeah.
and Chelsea. So ladies, half a day. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Half a day.
And Julie, this isn't the first time we've worked together. So.
Yeah, no, we were just seeing each other for the Ocean Gala that we did a couple months ago.
And I like the fact how it's World Oceans Day, you know, emphasizing the plural, because we here, we're biased on the islands. We're biased to the Pacific, of course. You know, we've got... We've got, yeah, we've got home field syndrome, right? Yeah, but it is really about taking care of all the oceans of the world.
Yeah, it really is. It's such a great program that they've started, and it started a couple years ago, and it just kind of went like wildfire around the globe. And so everyone in different areas are celebrating the World Oceans on June 8th. So it's great that we have so many participants that are going to be coming to the expo and celebrating it along with us.
Very nice. So Jennifer, of course, you are a researcher when it comes to marine biology, right?
I'm still a senior at UOG actually, but I'll be graduating this next December.
You got the best place to study
Yes,
marine
I do.
biology,
Yep.
second to none. Okay, so obviously your studies have shown you the myriad of opportunities that UOG can provide you with what we have here, the crown of thorns starfish and whatnot.
Of course.
But we've also got parallels, I would say, with other places in the world, with the oceans and what they go through and everything.
Yeah.
Like, what is your major interest for World Oceans Day, and how can you contribute?
Honestly, I think it's more just trying to get the outreach of it. So trying to show other kids, whether you're young or you're adults, of ways that we can actually help with whether it's pollution or education behind how we can notice certain things if something's off balance and reporting it. So yeah, and then also inspiring about the ocean. Get inspired. I want these kids people of all ages to be inspired. So.
The ocean is our mother.
Yes,
as
it
they
really
always say.
is.
And you don't disrespect your mom. That's number one. Mother's Day just passed, too.
Yeah,
So.
you know what's so nice is that we have so many experts here on island. So at this event, you're not only going to have scientists, you're going to have like a bunch of the UOG kind of entities. So you're going to have Sea Grant, you're going to have EBSCOR, all of those that are going to be having booths. You have Eco Warriors from GCC.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're going to be there as well. But then we also have more of our businesses. So like Bank of Guam that's coming and supporting it. And so people don't realize that there's indirect effects to the environment. And so things like financial sustainability and those kind of things. So they have a great, excellent program that we're going to be running.
That is very interesting. Chelsea, I would love your perspective on this, because I would say that not everybody says it like...
Yeah,
okay,
people don't think about it that way.
Yeah, we realize that there's overfishing and there's sustainability and everything like that, but people think of, food systems and, and the microeconomy of being in the sea and everything.
Exactly.
How does that actually affect our economic systems?
I mean, when you're financially ready, like when you understand your finances, it helps you to determine how to make better choices. And then in the end, it always affects everything. There's an ecosystem, and us living in this world, our mother nature, it helps us to create better choices that we can make that will eventually affect our environment.
Now, I'd like to see from a local perspective and everything, do those of us who have been born and raised on Guam, do you think sometimes we have a tendency to take the ocean for granted just because it's so much part of our lives, and sometimes we're like, we're around it so much and we make use of it, but it's sometimes like, wow, I didn't realize, what a blessing this is.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, we are surrounded by this beautiful ocean. We're so lucky to live on an island that we do take it for granted. Like if we were to ever go off island and then when we come back home, it's like, oh, I can't believe I've taken this for granted. It's I mean, there's really no place like home.
Absolutely.
And we have to take care of it.
Very well put. Okay, Jennifer, is there a theme for this year's World Oceans Day?
Well, it's just World Oceans Day.
Yeah, but we also, so we kind of wanted to keep it the same as we did with our Ocean Gala. So individually we are a drop, together we are an ocean.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
I do
nice.
too. And that's really what it's about, is we're all coming together and we're sharing the knowledge that we have. And so it's a great family event. Just before our main World Oceans Day Expo, we're also doing a cleanup down in Agate. So people are more than welcome to come there as well.
Oh, bless you.
So yeah, from like 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then we're going to go up to the expo as well. So we have Red Lobster, who is running the event down in Agate.
Very
with
fittingly,
us.
Red
Yes.
Lobster.
I know, I know.
I like that tie-in.
You know, well, you know what?
That's
It's
very
great
clever.
because they really want to give back to the island as well, and they're just opening up a new restaurant. And so they actually approached us, and I thought, wow, this is really, you know, great that our businesses are wanting to come together. And that's really what our gala was about, was like bringing all these entities together.
It makes perfect sense for a business like that.
I know, to, you know, spearing forward the messages. And so, and then you have our expo that you can come up to with the family and enjoy all the different booths and learn how to better budget. We have Payless from the University of Guam. We have a mermaids that are going to be there. So, I mean, it's going to be a pretty fun event.
Very nice.
I know.
Okay. So
we're hitting all the.
Will there be a performance of Disney's
I know.
The Little Mermaid? Maybe perhaps as a surprise? Maybe?
There's going to be story time by some mermaids that are going to be
very
there
cool.
as well. Yeah.
Okay, so how can people register for this wonderful event? Can they do so online or who do they have to call?
Just coming.
Yeah, just
show up.
Okay. Check it out. Absolutely free.
Yeah, absolutely free. 11 to 2 p.m.
That is the best four-letter word in the English language, free.
It is, and you know, that's when we started World's this kind of expo a couple of years ago. That was my main desire, is that this should be for everyone. The ocean is for everyone, and so we need to make an event that anyone can come and you don't have to pay, so that, you know, anyone can come as well.
Well, we do have to go to take a commercial break, but if people would like more information about this, is there a website or maybe like an Instagram page that people can check out?
Yeah, so you can either go on our Instagram, Micronesian Conservation, or our Facebook, Micronesian Conservation Coalition.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well, Julie, Jennifer, thank you so much. Chelsea, way over there, you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. We do appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.
All right, and please stay tuned because we appreciate you too. But don't go anywhere because we're coming right back after this, so stay with us.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just, you know, feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So, I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
The Holiday Pledge is definitely like an extension of the Holiday spirit, which is all about family. It doesn't matter where you're from or who you are. I wear this uniform. I'm definitely proud of my job and what we do. I not only live it in the uniform, but outside of the uniform as well. It's definitely a way of life. I live the Holiday Pledge every day of my life.
All right, guys, we got Deja Vu all over again. I have Pete and Ilana making their second appearance in as many weeks here on the KUAM Couch. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, and I remember last time we were mentioning kind of anecdotally that you have a STEM camp coming up.
We do.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Right.
You had me at hello, Pete. What do you guys got going on?
So, 15th of June, Saturday at the University of Guam, the site of American Military Engineers is hosting our 3rd annual STEM camp. This is geared towards middle school age students, so students entering 5th through 8th grade in the following year. So registrations are still open, so we're looking for more students to get to sign up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Ilana, I know a lot of people watching this right now, it's like, wow, that sounds really good for my kid. You know, like, I remember when I was into science and technology, when that wasn't the cool thing. You were labeled, you're too much of a geek, you're a nerd, but now everybody wants to get into it because they can see you can have a lucrative career, you can have a lot of fun, you can make friends. But do kids have to be at the savant level? Do they have to be like a math whiz or, you know, a total science geek to actually fit in with the crowd?
No, not at all. Actually, we are offering a handful of different stations and activities for them. So kids interested in at any level can come and attend. And like Pete mentioned, we still have registrations open. We're taking the first 120 kids, and so entering grades 5th through 8. Currently, we have about 85 registrants and 60 volunteers. So we have a great group of volunteers and a great track for the kids.
Okay, and Pete, as I understand it, the event is going to be capped off with a specific type of like science activity that actually goes back generations. Like,
sure.
For people that entered science fairs and everything, this was like rite of passage.
Yep. So this event is our water bottle rocket course.
Yes.
And so
Love those.
you know, so we have volunteers teaching kids about aerodynamics and how to build rockets. And the fun thing with our STEM camp is the group of students that attend the course get to build their own rockets, and at the very end of the camp, we actually have a competition that they participate with, and we actually do a little contest and whose rocket can shoot up the highest. So that's kind of our capstone for our STEM camp.
I was going to say, for old guys like me, Ilana, like they always used to say there are no losers, because as long as it takes off, you've already won.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely a favorite. We definitely have returning campers that like to come and do the bottle rocket challenge every year. So
now, one thing I can appreciate as someone who, you know, does a lot of like technical stuff here at KUAM is proper engineering also dictates that it's not so much about putting something together and, you know, like with the case of the rocket, just getting it off the ground. It's also evaluation and assessment and seeing how well you did, and also noting, you know, what could you do better and everything. So is that a part of like what you're going to emphasize to campers?
Yeah, that's probably what the instructors will kind of go over when they talk about it. So a lot of our courses, before they actually do the class activity, the instructors put together a little presentation, kind of go over a little bit of the theory behind it, and then they get to work in the actual activity, kind of hands-on activity on what they learned in the class.
Because these days, any kid could put together like a robot or write a web page in JavaScript or everything like that, but how well is it actually performing at its optimum?
Yeah.
Right. And we do have a coding class that we'll be offering for the kids, and then as well as we partner with First Lego League, they'll be doing more robotics courses with them, so a lot of great activities for the kids planned.
Okay, how many days are we talking about with this entire camp?
1 day.
1 day?
1 day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
So even if you're planning on like a summertime trip or anything like that, everybody can fit 1 day in?
Absolutely. June 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, this is our 3rd annual camp. So, you know, this is us as a nonprofit getting involved with offering this type of camp. And so we wanted to start off with something sustainable, something that we could do every year. And we're hoping to grow every year, maybe increase the number of students that we can accept, or even extending the camp to maybe a 2nd day, and hopefully build it up from there. So we'll see. The sky's the limit on where we can go with this.
Okay, now let's talk costs, because I know some people are going to say, well, that sounds fantastic. I'm in. I just need to know what kind of check I need to cut. So how much is it if kids are going to enroll?
$75?
I believe it was $50.
$50, okay. So
that's
50.
it?
That's
$50.
it for the whole day.
Can you take like 45-year-old, you know, broadcasters?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Come volunteer.
I'm in.
Yeah.
$50 only.
Yeah,
well done.
A lot of it's subsidized by, again, our organization, and we do get some sponsors that help offset some of the costs. So in addition to all the materials and the venue, we do provide food for the kids. So we provide lunch and snacks and drinks. So it's cheaper than daycare.
It is.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So.
And debatably more fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure the daycare folks would say, no, you know, we've got, you know, nap time is always cool.
Yeah.
Okay, but I like how you just brought up, Ilana, the volunteer aspect. So if there's anybody out there watching this right now and they've been campers or camp counselors before, and they were like, you know, I've done that before, it changed my life in positive ways, I would like to be involved.
Yes.
If people would like to help out, are they able to?
Absolutely. Come reach out to us on our website, same.org/Guam, and
our Facebook
our Facebook, SAME Guam Post, and we'll definitely get them plugged right in.
Okay, well, as they say, science marches on, and we got to march on into a commercial break, but please stay tuned because we are back right after this.
The next generation Galaxy has arrived. See it and believe it. The Infinity O display is the most innovative Galaxy screen yet. Capture the wider world. Take stunning photos with a 123-degree field of vision.